Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about what is really happening with inflation and how it is affecting certain jobs in the market. So inflation isn't affecting the real estate market and also the lending market. So whether you're in the car industry, whether you're in the credit card industry, whether you're in the housing industry, inflation is going to affect you in several ways. And if all of you don't know, again, I used to work for Chase, JP Morgan Chase, and I was a home lending advisor at one point in time, which means I refinanced houses. That means if you had an 8% rate and you wanted to get it down to 4%, I was your guy. I was going to help you save money. I was going to help you consolidate some debt. I was going to help you to get on top of your finances and your bills. And if you were starting to get smart with money, this might have been a good strategy for you on a 10, 15, or even a 20-year note. And if you had to do a 30-year, so be it. But that job got cut. Not only did it get cut, but many people got cut. Why did many people get cut? Well, it was because interest rates got so high that there was no reason to refinance. Like if you had a $2,000 car payment and you wanted to refinance that into the house, well, guess what? It was going to cost you just as much, or maybe you'd only save $50, and you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay about $500 to do that. And so a lot of people just said, you know what? It is not in my best interest to go ahead and do that. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because you'll hear a lot of news. I'm talking about big news outlets talk about everybody else is laying off people left and right, but not JP Morgan Chase. They're buying up businesses. Really? And this is why you can't just listen to one source of information. Because if you listen to one source of information, you're going to get false information all the time. You see, I used to work for that company. I know that the refinance department was getting cut, laid off. Almost whole departments gone. I mean, half the staff. They sent everybody into a room and said bye-bye. Now, they were nice about it. They gave everybody severance packages. They did right by us. Trust and believe that. And I am super, super blessed and happy to have worked for a company like that. Very nice, very great people. And they treated you well, even when going out the door. And I hope that other people took it the same way and were respectful. So I have absolutely nothing bad to say about the company whatsoever. I just want to reiterate that they also laid off people. They're not immune to this market. They're not just flowing with capital and getting richer. No, they're also taking losses. They're also taking hits. And they also needed to cut on the most expensive thing that every business has, which is labor costs. Exactly. And so I was an expense, just as other people were an expense. There wasn't enough volume, there wasn't enough sales, and it was not our fault. Interest rates went up to a level where it just didn't make sense for people to refinance. I mean, there was people refinancing at 4% who had just refinanced at 2%, and then their roof collapsed, and they're upset that the rate was 4%, and they're like, I wish I had took some money out when the rate was 2%. And I'm like, I wish you did too, because I would love to help you save more money. But guess what? The fact that they had to refinance at 4%, they still did it. But can you imagine if it was 8%? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have done it. I'm pretty sure they would have just said, you know what, I'm going to figure this out. You know what, I'm going to suffer and figure this out. You know what, I'm going to find me a contractor who will patch up that roof. You know what, I'm going to look for alternative options. That's what I do as someone who likes his money and is not going to waste it. But for other people, they may take the easy way out. And that easy way out is not always the best way out. Now, for me, I'm going to give you the easy way out if that's what you want. But I will never put anyone in financial ruin because of it. So I'll tell people like, hey, you might want to try this out. You might want to try this out, especially if we can't do the loan for you. Then I'm going to definitely try and give you some alternative options on how you can best prepare yourself for any financial hardships that might be befalling you. And so, again, I just want to reiterate that there is no company that is immune to higher interest rates. Not one. There are going to be people who lose businesses, lose code companies, lose partnerships, lose plenty of things, because these businesses cannot simply sustain themselves at these higher prices, at these higher rates, right? I mean, and even if that business is profitable and doing well and doing everything right, right? A lot of the partnerships that are making you money, a lot of the sponsorships, a lot of the advertisement dollars, even Google, they're going to feel those impacts. They've already cut people. Everybody's cutting people. Listen, it's not like one company is bad or one company is good. It's just simply what it is, okay? Um, and this is what the Fed wants to happen. It's not the business's fault, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. Don't let news outlets lie to you and tell you that one company is just so far better than the rest. And I have so much JP Morgan Chase stock that it's probably not in my best interest to say anything bad about the company, because the more it goes up, the better for me. But again, I have to be unbiased when I'm doing my commentary. So I hope you like this video, because as the stock goes down, I need to get more viewership. But again, I have a lot of stock in JP Morgan Chase, whether it's in the 401k that I left with them or in my individual portfolio that I still have. I have so much stock with them. And so, I do believe that they will recover. They will bounce back better than ever. They'll come out of this and they'll be even better. But I just wanted to harp on the one point, which was everybody's getting laid off. Nobody is immune. And if you have a job where you're not seeing layoffs, that is great. That is absolutely great. Keep that job, or if that job is not treating you well, then look for something that is. But I'm happy for all those who have a job. And if you're looking for a job, then there will be videos on that very, very soon for you. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.